150 years of death. This year, 2014, mark a century and a half since the end of American organized enslavement. This is not true. In fact, it is the most idiotic, pathetic lie I have ever heard in my entire life. Slavery isn't over, it absolutely exists. And before you go on about what that statement means and how civil liberties don't blame blah blah, consider this morning. December 12, 1941, a day which will not live in infamy, was the first day since the assassination of President Lincoln that Washington, D.C. decided to actively enforce the 13th Amendment. I'm not kidding. The United States up until 1941 had a growing market for slaves. No shit. You see, what happened back then was all those ugly, disgusting slave owners in the South, they got pardoned, and all those slaves in the South who were now free and had their master's property lost it. This property was ripped from their hands and handed back to the very psychopaths who owned them. This is not a lie or an exaggeration. In fact, if you browse through the history books long enough, it will show you just how horrible and shitty life was after the freedom we value today was handed to these people. Freedom is nothing in this country. The people enslaved in this new world were subjected to such horrible terrors that the very essence of slavery was redefined. The Industrial Revolution of the 19th century created coal mines run by machines of people who dwarf the human centipede in perversion, saw in brutality, and almost any other acts of violence in the last 500 years in pure terror.